Are you addicted to worldly music and you're struggling, asking questions on how you can overcome this addiction? If you're that kind of person and you are here, just know that you are in the right place. Hello beautiful family, welcome back to my channel. I am Ebube Peace, and if this is your first time in this channel, you are absolutely welcome. Do well to grab a seat and do not forget to hit the subscription button. And for my beautiful family that has been here with me always, thank you so much for your love and support. Now let's dive into what we have without wasting anybody's time. Today, I will share my personal story of how I overcame this addiction and the practical steps I took to break free. When I first gave my life to Christ, I knew there are certain decisions I need to take upon myself. One of them is overcoming worldly music. I was addicted, I was struggling. It was a challenge to me, even as a Christian, to stop listening to music that doesn't glorify God. There are times that after reading the scriptures, praying, fasting, doing a lot of activities, I'll still go back to that same lifestyle. But I didn't give up. I was just praying and asking God for help and, for him to help me to overcome it. One day I went for a program. I can't forget that day. And after the administration, I felt so led to go to my phone and delete every music that doesn't glorify God in my phone. Now, before then, I was this kind of person that after deleting this music, I would still go back, use my data, and download them back because of the love I had for them then. But that particular day was so different. It felt so different. The atmosphere was so different. I deleted every music without restraint. And then I got to know a friend from my workplace that his phone were just filled with chants of Lawrence Oyo. That was the first time I heard of the name Lawrence Oyo. So I picked those chants. I listened to them. From there, I started knowing ministers like Theophilus Sunday, Victor Renze. I think these were the three people I knew then. I was following their songs so well that I could sing it without anybody telling me the lyrics. Like, that was how I was so engrossed. Even the chant too, I could sing them, even though it was tongues, but I could sing them word to word, So I was so engrossed with it that I didn't know what was happening to me then. I was traveling and then I was in the vehicle anyways. So a song was just, it was so loud. And within me, I know this song, but I couldn't place the lyrics anymore. I couldn't remember the lyrics anymore. And then I started smiling in my heart. I was like, is this really happening? Like, I can't even remember the songs anymore. To crown the whole thing, for me to realize that, oh, this is God. God has delivered me from this addiction, was when most of my cousins, when they comes back and they are putting all these worldly songs and they are listening to it and vibing to it. But me, I noticed that I detest it so much that I don't even want to hear it. Not to talk more of for me to sing it or for me to remember the lyrics. And it dawned on me that I've gotten my deliverance. Now, I told myself I have to be listening to all these chants. It was recently I started noticing most of these ministers, but then it was just Lawrence Oyo, Theophilus, and Victor Renze. So I was so engrossed with their chants and songs that even if I'm doing any little thing, these chants or songs must be played. It must be played, right? Now, this is my story of how I overcame this addiction, and now I would share with you the practical steps. I listed 7 practical steps that will help you to overcome this addiction by God, right? Now, I encourage you to get a pen and a journal because these steps are very crucial. If you can practice them, I bet you will come back with testimony, right? Now, let's get into the first step. The first practical step you need to take is to tell yourself the truth. See, you need to tell yourself that I can't continue living like this. I am tired of this lifestyle. I can't claim that I love God and I love the things of God and I'm praying and yet I am still listening to songs that doesn't glorify God. It doesn't make any sense. You need to tell yourself that I can't live this life again. You need to detest this lifestyle. You need to detest anything that has to do with worldly music. If you can tell yourself that I am tired, I want to break free, I want to overcome this addiction, then it means that you've passed the number one step. And it takes us to the next step, which is the second one, and it is prayer. If you've acknowledged the truth and you are ready to break free from this addiction, then you have to pray. See, prayer is important in everything you do. Don't allow anybody to tell you otherwise. Prayer is important. At that point, pour your heart to God. Tell God what you have in mind. Tell God that you can't live this lifestyle again. It is eating you up. You can't be living a life of pretense. You can't be living a life of hypocrisy. You can't say that you love God, but you just tell God everything. Pour your heart to him. Let him know that you can't live like that anymore. Let him know that you are serious. That's why I made mention of telling yourself the truth. That's the first step. I know many of you might be wondering, but why did I say, why didn't I put prayer first? No. You have to acknowledge within yourself that you are ready for breakthrough. It's just like I have heard people say something like, if you want to get delivered, you have to believe within yourself that you need deliverance. And it is also applicable to these steps I'm listing now. You have to first of all tell yourself the truth and then pray about it. Then after praying, the next step is to be patient with God. Let me tell you, I can't really say that within 6 months, within 1 year of my life, within 2 weeks, I was delivered. I can't really tell that because I wasn't counting them. But one thing I know within myself is God delivered me from this addiction. You need to understand that the way God works with me is different from the way God works with you. And you need to know that this addiction has been in you for years. If God delivered this person within 1 week, that doesn't mean that he will deliver you within that 1 week. Yes, we need to understand that about God. If God delivers you watching this video within 1 day, beautiful. When you see God delivering others within 6 months, don't blame them. Allow God to drill them. Allow God to drain them. Allow God to prune them. Because that addiction has become a seed. It has become a stronghold in your life. So it's going to take time for depending the kind of human you are, depending on how God works with you. So you need to be patient with God. Learn to trust him at that stage of your life. And after being patient with God, which is the third step, we are going over to the fourth step, which is take a bold step. Now, some of you might be wondering, what do I mean by take a bold step? See, at this point in your life, you need to tell yourself, since I'm at that junction of being patient with God, let me take this bold step of getting your phone, go to your music library, delete every song that doesn't glorify God there. That's the bold step I'm talking about. Just take it with faith. Now, this bold step I'm talking about, please take it with faith and trusting God that he will help you not to go back to it, right? So take that bold step of deleting every music that doesn't glorify God. If you have taken that bold step, the next step, which is the fifth step, is discipline yourself and de-associate yourself. Now, since you've deleted this music, discipline yourself that you will not go back. You know, I told you in my story that there are times that I will delete them and go back, delete them and also download them. Tell yourself that you will not do the same. Discipline yourself. Discipline is very, very crucial as a Christian. Discipline yourself that you are not going back to Egypt. And also, de-associate yourself from anything that will lead you to going back to downloading this music. If it has to do with any social media platform that anytime you enter into it, it's filled with worldly music that doesn't glorify God, please take a break from those social media. I think it will be of help to you so well. If you know that there are certain social media platform or there are certain places if you go, it's always these songs that doesn't glorify God, please stop going there. For the meantime, discipline yourself to stop going there and disassociate yourself from stop engaging in those posts and anything that has to do with it. This is the 5th step. Discipline and disassociate yourself. Sometimes you need to take a break. Take a break. Evaluate yourself. Discipline yourself. It helps so well. Now, the next step, which is the 6th step, second to the last step, is download spiritual songs. I have to tag it spiritual songs. I don't want to say Christian songs. There are let me not go into it, but download spiritual songs. See, there are platforms that has helped and is still helping us. Platforms like Telegram. Just go there, type the minister that sang the song. Just type the person's name. You will see songs there. Download them. There are also groups on WhatsApp that you can join that will help you to download all these songs. Thank God for social media. Thank God for technology. It has made everything easy. You can also go to Google, type the song, type the music minister, and you will see the song. Download it. Download enough. Don't download 2 and leave the rest. No. If it's possible, you have space on your phone, please download like 20. Download spiritual songs. And also download messages. Oh God, thank you, Holy Spirit. Download messages. It will help you. I've talked about how messages and music can help to grow your relationship, to grow your spiritual life. I've talked on that in some of my videos. Please download spiritual songs and messages that will help you. If you have space, please, if it's possible, delete most of your pictures, because for now you don't need them. Or if you have Google Photos, you can store them there and use those free space, and download messages and songs. All these spiritual songs and messages comes with a lot of MB, and it can fill up your space. That's why I said you can delete most of pictures and use those space to download spiritual songs and messages. And after downloading this, which is the 6th step, the last step is what? Listen to them consistently. Listen to them consistently. It is one thing to download, is another thing to listen. Some of you will download and leave them in your phone and just be doing no. In my personal story, I told you how I was listening to the songs anytime I'm doing something. I was doing it without having anything in mind. That's just the simple truth. I just loved the chant. I was interested in growing and stopping that addiction. I guess that was my consciousness thing. So I was engrossed with listening to them every day. There are songs that I listen to. Even if I would listen to them, sleep and wake up, and the song is still singing. It's still playing in the background. Yes, you need to do that. Even if you're washing your clothes, you are washing the plates, you're walking on the road, you are taking your bath, even in the toilet, play these songs, play these messages consistently. If you are able to put these 7 practical steps into action, your life will be transformed without you imagining what will happen. So put these 7 practical steps into consideration. Put it into action. You've heard what they say, practice makes perfect. If you are practicing them, from telling yourself the truth, from praying to being patient with God, to discipline and associate yourself, and taking a bold step. Okay, I omitted taking a bold step, and downloading spiritual song, and the last one, which is listen to these songs and messages consistently. If you are able to do this, you'll come back here to give testimony. I did it and it helped me, and I believe you will do the same. So start now. Just like I said, I believe you've written this. I wrote it down in my jotter. If you've written this down, start now. Don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Start now to practice it and see how your life will change drastically. If this video blessed you, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. Share this message to someone that needs to hear it. And don't forget, let me know in the comments where you are watching from so that I can give you a special shout out. And I love you, but God loves you too. See you in my next video. Bye bye.